Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. It is Open Conversation. Today, 724-438-4593. The rain in the area has lowered our temperatures a bit here in the WMBS weather studio. We're listed at 77 degrees right now, so a little relief from the heat. I hope you survived the nice storms yesterday. Ohio got hit pretty bad. So we'll get into that here in a little bit. What's on Your Mind is brought to you by Tireman's Auto Garage, K2 Engineering, Coldwell Banker, Laurel Ridge Realty, Chestnut Ridge Counseling, Hicks and Boss Drugstore, Red Rooster Dumpster and Hauling, and Bright Stripe Seal Coating and Line Striping. All right. So, a couple things on my list, and it's my list. If there's something else you want to chat about, by all means, call me. We'll chat about that as well. So, the I don't know if it's a summit, mini summit, or meeting, whatever, that took place Friday between President Trump and Russian President Putin, here and gone. There was no deal made, but President Trump says it was a very good meeting. A lot of progress was made. They came to an agreement on a lot of talking points, but obviously no deal. So he is having a meeting now with Ukraine President Vladimir Zelensky. And following that, he's going to have a meeting with a whole bunch of European leaders, too, as they try to map out a peace deal moving forward. So your thoughts on all of that. The State Department, announced that they have canceled over 6,000 student visas. So foreign students who are no longer going to be able to pursue their higher education here in the United States, their visas have been canceled for various reasons. Overstays, in other words, there was a set time limit as to how long they could stay in this country, and they stayed here beyond that limit. Law violations such as records for assault and DUIs and burglary, and also for included in there is support for terrorism and terrorist organizations. So your thought on that? Alrighty. Okay. In the midst of the congressional realignment battle that's currently taking place in Texas, and you've got other states now saying, well, they're going to kind of do the same thing. California says that they're going to have a special referendum so they can realign and cancel out the 5 potential Republican gains in Texas with 5 potential Democrat gains in California, so they want to zero it out. In the midst of all that, President Trump has now said he's going to head up a effort to end the use of mail-in ballots in this country and voting machines, saying states are an agent for the federal government in counting and tabulating, and the states must do what the federal government tells them to do when it comes to ballots. He says he's going to sign an executive order to that effect, which will, affect the 2026 midterms that are coming up. So your thoughts on that? Now, when he says voting machines, I'm not exactly sure what he means by that. Of course, here in Fayette County, we use paper ballots that get scanned. So you're not voting on a machine, but a machine is tabulating those votes. So I don't know if that's included in what he's talking about or not. So we can talk about that. Give me a buzz. Aaron, as in Hurricane Aaron, is currently a Category 4. At one point, it was a Category 5. Right now, it is not, Aaron, is not projected to hit land in the United States. In fact, as it approaches North Carolina, it's going to start sweeping back out to sea. In the meantime, North Carolina has called for mandatory evacuations along Cape Hatteras and other parts of the Atlantic coast. Let's see here. All right, for you baseball enthusiasts, I love baseball. I've said this before. I love I'm not as big a fan as I used to be. I don't follow as closely as I used to, but I still love baseball. Rob Manfred, the commissioner of Major League Baseball, is talking about expansion, increasing the number of major league teams. He says he would like to announce 2 new teams by the time he retires in 1929. 2029, excuse me. He seems to think Nashville, Tennessee, and Salt Lake City, Utah would be the perfect cities for that expansion. He's also, and this is where you baseball purists come into play here. He's also talking about realignment. So it's not necessarily realignment where, okay, the Mets and the Phillies and the Pirates and Cincinnati would be in one division. No. He's getting rid of, in his idea, he's getting rid of the American League and the National League altogether and realigning. So, and going by strictly geographical area. So the Philadelphia Fury, for instance, the Philadelphia Phillies, the New York Mets, the New York Yankees, and the Boston Red Sox would be in one division. The Pirates, Baltimore Orioles, Washington Nationals, and an expansion team, so I would assume in this scenario it would be Nashville, they'll be in another division. Cleveland and Cincinnati, and I think it would be both Chicago teams, the Mets and the White Sox, would be in another. So what do you think about this? I mean, the National League has been in existence since 1876, and the American League since 1901. We're talking for the National League, we're almost 150 years of National League baseball. A lot of history, a lot of tradition would just go by the wayside, would no longer be there. It'd be just a memory. What do you think? We've sped up the pitch clock, and I'm okay with that. But this bit of a runner on second base to start an extra inning game, no. So what are your thoughts about the realignment of baseball? All right, we're going to go to the other sport, the one that's 3 weeks from opening day. That's the NFL. The Minnesota Vikings have a cheerleading squad, and they've got, I think it's now 2 men on the cheerleading squad. So your thoughts on that? Now, in college, cheer squads have men. Because, they're usually, not that they're big, but they're muscular guys because they're throwing the women up in the air and catching them and spinning them and through their routines and everything. And we've kind of really got used to that. But the National Football League, not so much. Now, they're not the first to do it. The Rams were the first team, I believe, to have a male cheerleader back in 2018. And the Baltimore Ravens have had a male cheerleader. And the Carolina Panthers, they've had a transgender cheerleader in the past. But the Minnesota Vikings, I believe it's 2 they have on their squad this year. So, what don't care. It's wrong. It's, I don't know, whatever description, adjective you want to give to it. What are your thoughts on that? And then finally, the weather that came through the area yesterday afternoon. So the first rainstorm that really pelted Uniontown yesterday, it lasted for really no more than 10 minutes. My wife and I stood out on the front porch just watching it. It was kind of fun to watch, and see the stream of river coming down the alley and down the street and everything. But after that cleared up, we decided, you know what, we were done with our chores for the day, and we were heading up to Ohiopyle. Took the dog with us. We were going to walk around a bit, get an ice cream cone, one for the dog, and not knowing that Ohiopyle went through their own major store, whether it was a microburst or what, I don't know. But they got hit pretty bad up there. A lot of trees down, a lot of limbs down. Nobody was hurt, to my understandings. I guess some people were trapped in their car because of downed power lines. But I don't believe anybody got hurt. Vehicles did. But if you're part of the, if you were up in Ohiopyle, I hope you were safe. I hope your home, if you live up there, came through undamaged. But was there any other parts of the county yesterday that had some really wild weather that, so give me a call on that. The number for each and every one of these topics to call in about is all the same, 724-438-4593. So give me a call. Both lines are open. No waiting. We'll take our first break of the afternoon, and when we come back, we'll start taking those phone calls. This is What's on Your Mind. More after this.
Have you been told there is nothing that can be done for your neuropathy? Tri-State Neuropathy Centers is pleased to tell you that's not true. As one of the largest and most successful neuropathy treatment practices in the country, Tri-State Neuropathy Centers has grown to 9 regional centers and helped over 14,000 patients, like John from Morgantown. John had such extreme numbness and pain that he was having difficulty feeling his car pedals. Then John discovered Tri-State Neuropathy Centers and their effective FDA-approved treatment program that has no drugs, is non-invasive and painless. John's great results have given his freedom back, and he's doing the things he wants, like simply driving or cutting the grass. Tri-State Neuropathy Centers help John, along with thousands of others. Let them help you next. Call 304-777-2068. That's 304-777-2068. Tri-State Neuropathy Centers, the leader in treating peripheral neuropathy.
For professional cleaning services, Clean and Shine in New Stanton is the place for you. They provide commercial and residential cleaning, porter services, carpet cleaning, stripping and waxing, construction cleanups, and car cleaning. For free estimates, call 724-691-0413, email info@cleanandshine14.org, or visit their website, cleanandshine14.org. We clean so you can shine.
Concerned about your heart health? At WVU Medicine, we believe your heart deserves world-class care, close to home and always within reach. Our non-invasive cardiology team uses advanced tests like stress tests and cardiac MRI to diagnose and monitor heart conditions without surgery. Call 877-WVU, the number 4HRT, or visit wvumedicine.org/heart.
Join us for a party on Fifth Ave. Pittsburgh Penguins single game tickets are on sale now. This action-packed season, presented by UPMC, is filled with must-see matchups at PPG Paints Arena.
Crosby scores! Sidney Crosby with a power play strike!
Lock in your seats for the biggest games versus the Capitals, Flyers, and Rangers. Don't miss the home opener on October 9th, too. Score tickets now at PittsburghPenguins.com.
St. John the Evangelist Regional Catholic School, a highly respected Catholic school, is Middle States accredited from preschool to grade 8. The faculty and staff at St. John's eagerly anticipate the first day of school, which begins Tuesday, August 26th, and hot lunches will be available. To learn more about St. John the Evangelist Regional Catholic School, voted best in Fayette Private School, or to register, please call 724-438-8598. This message has been brought to you by attorney Vincent J. Roskovensky.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has two convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Bortz Jr.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest, now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
WMBS.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes. I'm your host, and it's open conversation, so give me a buzz, 724-438-4593. So I want to bring up the summit from this past Friday. And, so we don't know exactly what happened in there and what was discussed in their 3.5-hour meeting. The president has been it's been unlike him. He's been kind of really close-lipped about it. He hasn't talked too much specifics. I find it very interesting, although I guess not surprising, that so many people and politicians on the left have said it's a complete and utter failure. It was an embarrassment. You name it, and it's been said. They have no more information about what took place than Friday than what you and I do. And you know what? What if nothing comes about of it? Isn't it worth trying to put an end to the war that's been going on for, what is it, 3+ years at this point in time? Isn't it worth trying? What is the left so afraid of? That he'll succeed? Why would you be afraid of success in this endeavor? I don't know. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind. Hello.
I just wanted to
Hi.
I just wanted to congratulate the girl that won the Coal Queen pageant from Uniontown.
Ah, okay.
She was absolutely spectacular.
Cool.
Yes.
Yeah. And what's your name and what's your name and what's her name?
Emma Mahalko is her name.
Okay.
My name is Lori.
Hi, Lori. So
Hi.
yeah, well, congratulations to Emma on her Coal Queen coronation.
Yeah,
there.
Uniontown. Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uniontown High School.
Okay.
You should be very proud of her. Everybody should.
Absolutely.
And the coal parade is this Saturday at 4 p.m. in Carmichael's.
Okay.
So I think Uniontown should come out and support her.
Yeah.
She's a beautiful girl.
It doesn't matter the size of the pageant. It doesn't matter whether it's the Coal Queen pageant or it's Miss Universe. These young women are still putting themselves front and center to be judged for whatever criteria, and risking, I don't know, embarrassment, if you will, but maybe for no reason at all, but still, and having to overcome nerves. And so, yeah, a lot of credit goes to all of those young women that participated in the Coal Queen pageant.
Yes, they all did absolutely great.
Yes.
All of them, yes.
Okay. All right.
And this is the 70th year for that.
Okay. I'm going to guess, Lori, that you're involved with the pageant somehow or the event?
No, I'm not.
No? Okay.
No, I'm not involved.
Okay.
I just been going to each pageant, ever since I graduated from Carmichael.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Yeah.
Well, you've got a vested interest in it then. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
So congratulations to her and her family.
Yes.
And like I said, everyone should come out and support her in the parade.
Okay.
And yeah.
Alrighty.
That's all I have to say. So you have a great day.
Okay, Laura, you too. Thanks for your call. I appreciate it. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Hello. Welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hello, Russ.
Yes, sir.
It's Mark calling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched the storm too. I was on my front porch with a cold bottle of beer yesterday watching it.
Uh-huh.
I don't have to. Well, I only had to water the garden twice here. I only had to get the hose out twice. It's good. And things are better. Yeah, we're getting about the big deal, big commerce up there in Alaska.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you got to remember who we're dealing with right here. This man has Putin. He has the largest nuclear arsenal in the world.
Mm-hmm.
That's who we're dealing with. How do you deal with a man like that?
Right.
We're not dealing here with Peter Sellers and the Mouse and Roar attacking the United States from Dutch to Fenwick.
No.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how you deal with this man. I guess nobody really like to see this. He's on the United Nations. What do they call it? The Council, the Security Council?
Security Council?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's one of the 5, permanent members, and he invades another country.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't know what you can do with this guy. And also, let me point out also, hey, remember Biden, the fish bump with the Prime Minister of Saudi Arabia?
Right.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Now, if I recall, a couple months earlier, he sent, a plane load of his bodyguards to, Damascus here to confront some reporter that was working for one of the American newspapers. He was a Saudi national. I guess he didn't like his press.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, remember that? And I think he went back to Saudi Arabia in a couple of suitcases, if I recall, if you recall that. Fact is, I have to point out to you, I think in the early part of the 20th century, a couple of dictators in Europe did the same thing. I think they were called Benito Mussolini and Adolf Hitler.
Right.
And this is, like I said, this is the guy that Joe Biden did the fist bump with.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think, you can't call apples apples and oranges oranges. How do you deal with these people? Because the Saudis have all that oil. They got so much leverage. How do you deal with these people?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, Russ.
I don't know. You deal with them for as long as you can until you can't anymore.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, these the same people that are lambasting President Trump for even talking with President Putin are the same people that will blast him if we get into a war over Ukraine with the Soviet Union.
Right.
Or with, I guess, Soviet Union is past tense now anymore. It's Russia.
Yeah.
But Vladimir Putin probably wants to bring the Soviet Union back together.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but that man is living in the past.
Mm-hmm.
For some of the what they call this political scientists say that Russia might even break up to about 3 or 4 different countries. They said over the next 30, 40 years. They said because the economics is so bad in that country.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing I read on the internet that might break up. So I don't know. He's pretty weak. Besides all the nuclear weapons, he's economically he's pretty weak.
Well, yeah, and one of the, of course, some pundits are saying that Friday took place because of his economic weakness, or the threat of sanctions and tariffs and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. So that's really never been done before. We try to cut off a country's money supply so they can't wage war.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's something new.
Well, we'll see what happens. China and India, they got to somehow play ball with the United States and the European Union on this as well.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that turns out.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I got for today, Russ.
Alrighty. Okay, Mark. Thanks for your call. Appreciate
it.
Bye-bye. Hey, both lines are open, 724-438-4593. So, people are, screaming, well, how dare he shake hands and put out the red carpet and legitimizing his war crimes, referring to Vladimir Putin and everything. And so I come back and I here's my question. What would you have him do? What would you have him do? Sanctions? Economic tariffs? Secondary tariffs on some of our not necessary allies, but countries that are friendly with us, such as India? You want us to do that as a way to strangle the money flow? Hey, it's a good idea. But how does Putin respond to that? You got to take that into consideration as well. How does he respond to that? How does he respond to the United States putting on those secondary tariffs against countries that buy Russian oil? How do you account for that? Where does Putin go? As Mark just said, he's got the largest stockpile of nuclear weapons. He's got battleground nuclear weapons. And when I say battleground, these are really low-yield nuclear weapons. They still pack a very destructive, powerful punch. I don't know if they're as strong as what we dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, or if I don't know if that's what's considered a battleground nuclear weapon or not. So how do you count for how Putin reacts? So isn't it best to try and come to some sort of lasting peace? Not just a ceasefire, but a lasting peace. Now, I know the president has talked about Ukraine not becoming a full-fledged member of NATO, but would benefit from some variation of NATO's Article 5, whereas an attack on one is an attack on all, and you come to the defense of that one. So in other words, some kind of defensive measures for Ukraine that if Russia were to attack again, NATO in some form would come to Ukraine's defense. Is that enough to satisfy Zelensky to go move forward? I don't know. That's what's being discussed today. That's what's being discussed today. I would much rather, at this stage of the game, try and work out, again, a peaceful solution, a lasting peace, where, who knows, maybe Russia and Ukraine become trading partners. It's a lot harder to wage war on a trading partner. That would be the ultimate, I think. So what the left is crying about, I just don't understand. What would the left have the White House do? And for those out in the WMBS listening audience that don't like what's taking place, that don't like President Donald Trump, don't like that he met with Vladimir Putin, what would you have him do? What would you have him do? I'm curious. Call me up. Let me know. Maybe you've got an idea that I haven't heard. Maybe you've got an idea that President Trump hasn't heard about. And if it's valid, well, we'll see if we can figure out a way to get it to him. So how do you foresee the war between Russia and Ukraine coming to an end? What would you do? How would you end it? Nothing's off the table, or are some things off the table? So give me a call, 724-438-4593. Excuse me. I also want to hear your thoughts about Commissioner Rob Manfred on his idea of realigning Major League Baseball, getting rid of the American League, getting rid of the National League, just having an East Coast conference and a West Coast conference with several divisions within each conference. Says it would cut down on the wear and tear of travel of the players. Please. Please. So there's that. Also, President Trump wanting to get rid of mail-in ballots. Now, you would still have absentee ballots. So you would still have absentee ballots. You'd have to show just cause for an absentee ballot. You know, you're homebound for whatever reason. Elderly, ill, handicapped, going to be out of town. You're in the military, stationed halfway around the world. You would still have absentee ballots. But overall, mail-in ballots would go away. And he says he's going to sign an executive order to that, which I could see a whole lot of lawsuits being filed. Yeah, I don't know how it would work. I mean, the Constitution, from my reading, does not address it. It says an election shall be held every 4 years for president, for the House of Representatives every 2 years. It'll be on the first Tuesday after the first Monday in November. Senate seats every 6 years, divided into thirds. So a third of the Senate up every 2 years as well. So beyond that, I don't see where it says that the government, federal government, can tell states not to do mail-in ballot. I don't know. So I can see a lot of lawsuits on that. I just got a caller come through, but I got to take a quick little break. So to that caller, hey, hang in there. You're going to be first up right after this.
It's Josh Krysak here again with Ron Romeo from Ultimate Structures. Ron, you're the expert. What advice would you offer someone looking to invest in a new shed or metal building?
First, the customer must validate if they meet local codes, no matter what type of structure they are thinking about. Both of the manufacturers that I represent want to be sure the structure is permitted to be built or placed on a specific property.
Makes sense. When you're ready to take your storage building game to the next level, call Ultimate Structures at 724-415-0020. Ultimate Structures, just outside of Perryopolis. They design what you desire. Visit them today at their mega lot on Route 51 southbound in Perryopolis. That's Ultimate Structures, 724-415-0020.
Bright Stripe, Bay County's premier asphalt seal coating professionals, locally owned by Matt and Lexi George. Bright Stripe specializes in residential and commercial asphalt seal coating, also excelling in line striping and layouts, thermoplastic, and infrared asphalt repair. Bright Stripe has succeeded due to their commitment to quality work for 30 years. Bright Stripe, 724-437-6090, or visit bright-stripe.com. BRITE-stripe.com.
Say hello to fall. Your flair, your way. Strap, 34 South Street in downtown Uniontown, located in the State Farm Building rear. We're known for our distinguished Western, Southwest, and boho accessories, including custom and concealed carry handbags, but we offer a large variety of fashionable styles. And just refreshed for fall, we have an amazing selection of spiny oyster, turquoise, nickel silver, copper, and gemstone fun fashion jewelry. And we're so excited to bring you affordable indulgence. 24% lead crystals wrapped in tarnish-free silver and gold wire for enhanced clarity, brilliance, and sparkle. These bracelets, pendants, earrings, and bands are stunning and show-stopping, to say the least. Strap, 34 South Street in downtown Uniontown, 724-557-6184. Open Tuesday through Friday, 11 to 5. Not high-end, just nice-end. Strap, you're sure to adore us, and you'll love our prices.
It's a day that ends in Y, so it's a day that you might decide you don't want to cook. That means it's the perfect day to order Fat Angelo's. Offering delicious pizzas, salads, hoagies, strombolis and calzones, wings, and more. And with 12 locations across the area ready to serve you, today is the day to visit FatAngelosPizza.com, where you can quickly and conveniently find your local shop and place your order online. Or get the local phone number and give them a call. Order up!
Ready to update your home? Find what you need at Zen's Construction Warehouse. Their friendly, knowledgeable staff will be happy to help you the old-fashioned way. Zen's is open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, Saturday and Sunday, 10 to 2. 485 Walnut Hill Road in Continental. Zen's Construction Warehouse, 724-366-8274. Or visit Zen's Construction Warehouse's Facebook page.
Zen's Construction Warehouse, our surplus, your savings.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. It is Open Conversation, 724-438-4593. Hello, welcome to the show, and thanks for holding.
Hey, Russ, it's Ben Lomond. How are you?
Good. Ben, yourself.
Okay, I wanted to talk a little bit about the Russia-Ukraine thing and what Trump's trying to do to settle it. And I really have to chuckle a little bit at these national media people and everything. They really should know better, I mean, Trump gets together Friday for a 2.5-hour meeting on a war that's been going on for 3.5 years. And he comes out and they both do a little stint for the press and stuff like that. And what do you hear? Oh, they didn't come to an agreement. Oh, he can't get it done. Yeah. They didn't come to an agreement, blah, blah, blah. I don't know how stupid they can be. That was just the first step. Yeah. There's going to be many steps to try to get this settled,
Yeah.
And, it amazes me at how foolish their reporting can be sometimes. And so a lot of people
and
are
as a
buying
result,
into it.
and I'll take that another step. They didn't get anything done. It was so stupid for him to come here anyway. Really? Again, I come back to what I was asking. What would you have him do?
Not only that, absolutely. That's a great point. But how can they say nothing got done when there's another meeting today with the other side?
Right.
So obviously something got done.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to come out and tell everybody, well, this, that, and the other, and blah, 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 not while a negotiation is going on.
No.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And the criticizing of, he shouldn't be spending time with Putin. He shouldn't be shaking hands with Putin. He's a murderer. He's a war criminal and all this. Well, yes, indeed, he is. But the reality is Russia is at war, and he's the leader of Russia.
Mm-hmm.
You want to settle it, who else are you going to deal with?
Right.
It might not be happy land to have to get together with Putin and talk with him and go back and forth and things like that. But, I'm a student of history, okay? I don't recall a bunch of press criticism when FDR met with Stalin during World War II. I don't remember any press criticism when Nixon opened up relations with China.
Mm-hmm.
And Stalin in the Soviet Union and Mao in Red China killed far, far, far more people than even Hitler ever did.
Right.
Under communism in the last century, communism is responsible for about 100 million people being murdered,
right,
being killed in one way or another.
Exactly.
How about giving President Trump a break and let him try to see this through and see what happens? I think there's going to be some kind of settlement, but of course there will still be criticisms no matter what the settlement is.
And if it's a just settlement, both sides, and when I say both sides, Ukraine and Russia, they're not going to be happy.
No.
No.
After everything that's transpired and stuff like that, right. If one side gets everything they want or the other side gets everything they want, well, then the opposite side is going to be pretty disgruntled, and you're going to have to worry about that something happening again in the future.
Right. And one other combination of names, I'll mention Neville Chamberlain returning from a summit with Adolf Hitler with a supposed peace treaty. We have peace in our time. Okay, that didn't last.
How'd that work out?
I understand it didn't last, but he was cheered for giving it a try.
Yeah.
Wasn't he?
Yeah. Unfortunately, it didn't work out.
Right. But yeah. All righty.
And
hey, Ben, I got to run. We got CBS News coming up. Thanks for your call. Appreciate it. Yep, CBS News is next. This is WMBS Uniontown. At the tone, it's 2 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Cammie McCormick. President Trump and Ukraine's president sat down at the White House a short while ago for talks on Trump's meeting with the Russian president. Trump insisted there is still the possibility an agreement can be reached for ending the war in Ukraine.
It's never the end of the road. People are being killed, and we want to stop that. So I would not say it's the end of the road. No, I think we have a good chance of doing it.
CBS's Aaron Navarro.
The main goal, it seems from all sides involved, is to at least get to a trilateral meeting, a meeting between Putin and Zelensky themselves.
Zelensky signaled he's open to that, and President Trump indicated the U.S. would be part of, in some form, a security guarantee.
What you've seen today and in the days leading up to today are European leader statements talking about how that security guarantee is a key priority for them. They are not outright rejecting this proposal from President Trump and this White House to kind of have a type of NATO-like protection, Article 5-like protection, and they are saying that this will be something that they will discuss with him.
Trump will meet with the European leaders after Zelensky. Flights in and out of Reagan National Airport in Washington resumed a short while ago after a morning fire alarm in the control tower halted traffic. CBS's Christian Benavides has the latest on powerful Hurricane Aaron and the alerts along the East Coast, even as the storm remains offshore.
Ocean rescue teams are already telling beachgoers to be on the lookout for red flag warnings, telling visitors to stay out of the water. The worst of the waves are expected later this week in North Carolina, where some coastal communities in Dare County have put in effect mandatory evacuation orders ahead of what's forecasted to be severe life-threatening flooding.
Former Attorney General Bill Barr is facing questions from lawmakers about the investigation into Jeffrey Epstein's death. Lawmakers subpoenaed Barr for his testimony. CBS's Katrina Kaufman is covering.
Barr was Attorney General at that time, and he personally oversaw that investigation and personally reviewed the footage. What was also very unusual is that his senior staff went to the site, and a source told CBS that in 20 years they hadn't seen anything like that happen. They also said there hadn't been such a high-profile death, but all of this was very unusual, and he was very personally involved.
The conservative network Newsmax has agreed to pay $67 million to settle a lawsuit accusing it of defaming Dominion voting systems over President Trump's 2020 election loss. Dominion says it's pleased to have settled. Checking the numbers on Wall Street at this hour, stocks are lower. The Dow is off 69 points. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
The Story Square Summer Concert Series is back on Thursday night, 5:30 to 7:30. This week, music from the Part-Time Cowboys, and it's the third Thursday, so that means multiple food vendors, including Juliet's Empanadas, Truck and Triangles, Frosted Fairy, and Desi's Daughters. And of course, we at WMBS will be on hand doing a live broadcast from 5 to 7. Enjoy the talents of local musicians and businesses throughout the summer and celebrate community spirit while supporting local talent. Check out the full schedule at uniontownredevelopment.com/storysquare.
You can go to Big Box Medical Office.
Now serving number 3,943.
Or,
Hi, come on in. How are you feeling?
when you see doctors Paul Hartley and Mary Beth Riley, plus nurse practitioners Tara Bozek, Jessica Reckart, and Stacy Morris, you get one-on-one personal professional health care serving the area for over 3 decades. If you're looking for a primary care doctor, call Doctors Hartley and Riley at 724-437-1109 or online at ppcp.org. Or
Serving number 3,944.
A Pennsylvania mother is pushing for a new law to improve scooter safety after her daughter died in an accident.
12-year-old Abby Gillen was riding an electric scooter in June when she fell off and was hit by a car. Her mother, Lori Crawley, is working with state lawmakers to pass Abby's law, which would cap electric scooter speeds at 20 miles per hour, ban riders under 16, and require 16 and 17-year-olds to wear helmets.
I don't want another family having to get that phone call or having to bury their child.
Abby's uncle, Ron Crawley, says current laws haven't kept up with the growing popularity of e-scooters.
There are people that argue it. You can't take my rights away. You can't do this. You can't limit it.
The bill is expected to be introduced in Pennsylvania's state Senate next month. Michael Wallace, CBS News.
The television network MSNBC will change its name later this year as part of its corporate divorce from NBC. The new name will be MS Now. I'm Cammie McCormick, CBS News.
Now the local, district, and statewide news. Being brought to you by Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant Dieter. Keeping you warm and cozy in winter and cool and comfortable in summer with a quality Bryant gas furnace or air conditioning system. And now the news.
Good afternoon, 205, mostly sunny and 78 outside the Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios. Injured, call today for your free consultation, 724-437-2799. Your local station, 590 AM, 101.1 FM, WMBS. I'm TJ DeStefano. Sports and weather will follow the news. A man is dead after a shooting inside a home in Washington County late Sunday. The shooting happened shortly after 11 p.m. in the 20 block of Walnut Street in Ellsworth. According to the Washington County Coroner's Office, 21-year-old Elijah Johnson of Carnegie was shot inside a friend's home. He died about 5 hours later. State police are investigating. A Connellsville man is in custody and charged in connection with a DUI hit and run. 46-year-old Matthew McKnight reportedly hit a stopped vehicle Saturday night near East End Road and Memorial Boulevard, pushing it into another vehicle and then fled the scene. One man was left with critical injuries. McKnight is identified as the Fayette County EMS Assistant Director of Operations. He has been suspended as he faces charges in the case. Gas prices across Pennsylvania are slightly lower this week than they were last week. That's according to AAA, which says the average cost per gallon is down by about 2 cents compared to last week, currently at $3.21 per gallon. Prices across the state still remain higher than the national average, which is currently $3.13. High housing costs are making some buyers more willing to risk safety for affordability. Tammy Trujillo has more.
A recent Redfin survey found 22% of home buyers would be willing to trade safety for affordability, while 27% said they'd compromise by giving up a low crime area. Although some home buyers are willing to compromise, more than 70% of those surveyed called personal safety and low crime must-haves. Low natural disaster risk and access to grocery stores also ranked high among respondents. I'm Tammy Trujillo.
WMBS time is 2:07. We'll take a look at sports and weather after this.
439-2323. For 24-hour emergency service, call us when you need. We're Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your service company.
When it's sweltering outside, you'll be cool inside with central air conditioning from Bryant, the people that know cool. And it's easy to have a central air conditioning system installed in your home. Simply call on your Bryant dealer, Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, located near the Laurel Mall on Route 119, north of Uniontown. The phone number is 439-2323. Let Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning rescue you from the sticky, humid summer weather. Remember that number for Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer, 439-2323.
Call Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, 439-2323. 439-2323. 439-2323.
In sports, Pirates will open a 6-game homestand tonight. They'll host the Toronto Blue Jays at PNC Park. Ace Paul Skeens will be on the mound for the Pirates, who are 52-73 and have dropped their last 2 games. And we'll have the action tonight on WMBS. The pregame will be at 6:15 with the first pitch at 6:40. Steelers, they'll wrap up the preseason on Thursday night. They will visit the Carolina Panthers. We'll have that game on WMBS starting at 7. And Monday Night Football tonight will wrap up week 2 of the preseason as the Bengals will visit the Commanders, and that game kicks off at 8 o'clock.
The local, district, and statewide news has been brought to you by Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer. Route 119 north of Uniontown, located near Laurel Mall. Phone 439-2323.
The Weather Watch is being brought to you by State Farm agent Nathan Ferguson. Call Nate at 724-438-7611 for life, home, car insurance, and more. Get a free quote now.
Partly to mostly sunny for the rest of this afternoon. 81 will be our high. Partly cloudy and will drop to 65 tonight. And partly cloudy tomorrow, a little warmer, up to 86. Right now, it's mostly sunny and 78 outside of our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios at 2:10 on this Monday afternoon. I'm TJ DeStefano. Up next, hour 2 of What's on Your Mind with Russ Rhodes here on WMBS.
The Weather Watch has been brought to you by State Farm agent Nathan Ferguson. Nate is there for you. Call 724-438-7611 for life, home, car insurance, and more.
Head to PNC Park on Sunday, August 24th for Sesame Street Day when the Bucks take on the Colorado Rockies at 12:05 p.m. Arrive early to PNC Park and enjoy the Family Fun Zone on Federal Street, presented by C&M Play Studio with fun for the entire family. Plus, all kids 14 and under take home a soft and cuddly Big Bird plush in honor of Sesame Street Day. Be sure to stay after the game for Kids Run the Bases, presented by Chicken of the Sea. Get your tickets at pirates.com.
Make some money with WMBS and the Pennsylvania Lottery. Starting Thursday, just be the 6th caller to 724-438-4593 when you hear "Show me the money!" And you'll win 6 $5 Moneymaker scratch-off tickets with 10 top prizes of $200,000. So don't miss your chance to scratch, win, and cash in today. The Pennsylvania Lottery benefits older Pennsylvanians every day. Must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly.
Are you looking for personalized healthcare you can trust? At Montgomery Medical, they're accepting new patients.
Hi, I'm Dr. Betty Thomas. Having a primary care provider means better overall health, from preventative care to managing chronic conditions. We're here to support you every step of the way.
That's right. Hi, I'm Jenna Lutzka, a physician assistant. Plus, we have same-day appointments and walk-in same-day care available too. We're here for you.
Join the Montgomery Medical family today by calling 724-569-8100 to schedule your appointment. A family tradition of family medicine.
Red Rooster Dumpster and Hauling are the ones to call when you need a dumpster. Red Rooster offers fast, friendly service and provides medium-sized dumpsters that will fit your needs, whether it's a general remodeling project, emptying a house, or doing a summer or fall cleanout. Just call Red Rooster Dumpster and Hauling at 724-569-0337 for rates and availability. Red Rooster Dumpster and Hauling in Smithfield also offers a 5% military discount. Call 724-569-0337 and look for the Red Rooster. The 4th annual Legends Car and Truck Show and Hog Roast in memory of Bud Fisher will be held on Saturday, August 23rd, starting at 11 a.m. See 11 different vehicle classes, including classics, rad rods, motorcycles, Jeeps, and square-bodied style pickup trucks. It's happening at 1368 Mall Run Road in Uniontown by the Flag. A portion of the proceeds and donations will benefit Callan Butler Medical Fund and Hillman Cancer Center. Registration is $15 a vehicle, and dash plaques and t-shirts will be given to the first 100 registered. There will be food, a Chinese auction, and a 50-50, plus oldies music provided by WMBS DJ Arnie Amber. And on top of that, Josh Krysak will join him for a live WMBS broadcast from noon to 2. It's the 4th annual Legends Car Show and Hog Roast, Saturday, August 23rd. For more info, call Buddy, 724-434-4440. It's one show you don't want to miss.
Having Hicksonbaugh's Drugstore in Uniontown means reliability, quality, and service. Pharmacists Stephen Harper and Seth Miller fill your prescriptions, offer free prescription delivery, mail-out service, and gladly answer your healthcare questions. Flu shots, the new Moderna COVID boosters, plus Shingrix shots with your doctor's prescription are also available at Hicksonbaugh's. Call 724-437-2828. Hicksonbaugh's Drugstore, 304 Morgantown Street. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, Saturday till 3, closed Sunday.
Concerned about your heart health? At WVU Medicine, we believe your heart deserves world-class care, close to home and always within reach. Our non-invasive cardiology team uses advanced tests like stress tests and cardiac MRI to diagnose and monitor heart conditions without surgery. Call 877-WVU, the number 4HRT, or visit wvumedicine.org/heart.
Your local station, WMBS.
The views and opinions presented by the host, guests, or callers on this program do not necessarily represent the positions of WMBS Radio.
Welcome back to Hour 2 of What's on Your Mind. I'm your host, Russ Rhodes, and it's open conversation again this hour, 724-438-4593. Give me a buzz. It can be about something you want to chat about. It can be one of the topics I've brought up, and I'll go over those again here shortly. So give me a buzz. Looking forward to chatting with you. What's on Your Mind brought to you this hour by Bright Stripes, seal coating and line striping, Red Rooster Dumpster and Hauling, Hicks and Baugh's Drug Store, Chestnut Ridge Counseling, Coldwell Banker, Laurel Ridge Realty, K2 Engineering, and Tireman's Auto Garage. All righty. Just to kind of go back over my list, and again, it's my list. If you don't want to chat about that, that's fine with me. If there's something else that you'd rather chat about, well, that's fine by me as well. So give me a call on that. I'll chat with you about it. State Department has revoked the visas of over 6,000 foreign college students. Various reasons are, they've overstayed the time limit on their visa. Supporters of terrorism. They violated U.S. laws such as, assaults, DUIs, and burglary. So your thoughts about that? President Trump is he's wanting to get rid of mail-in voting, mail-in ballots and voting machines. Says he's going to issue a executive order leading up to the midterm elections next year. So exactly what that looks like, I don't know, because here in Fayette County, I don't know if you can consider our voting machines as voting machines or just scanners. You know, we vote on a paper ballot, and then we feed it into a scanner that tabulates that vote, gives a paper trail, if you will. So it's not really a voting machine. So I don't know, under his President Trump's executive order, if and when that comes out, whether those are covered or not. So, but wanting to get rid of mail-in ballots as well. Hurricane Aaron at one point reached a Category 5 hurricane. It's dropped a little bit to Category 4. Right now, maps do not have it hitting the United States. However,